Testing. All right, there we go. What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy coming to you with another live stream. And today we have a few things to talk about. Hopefully you can all hear me. I very rarely live stream anymore, so I'm always going to boomer it. You can hear me. Nice. Fade in. Fade in. Hi, everyone. Love seeing all of you on this lovely Saturday. Intriguing. Yes, my testing was intriguing. Fade in. Hi, everyone. What's going on? It's Jeremy. We are live, and we got a lot to talk about today. So I hope you're all doing well. Chat, everybody showing up in the chat, showing some love. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. That's just a simple request from a simple man. And swig of Dr. Pepper for the working man. With Gary to compare to, you got a lot to do to be a boomer. Okay, fair point. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. All right, we got Clifton 3D in the house. Cooking with Ruthie. Krista Nova is in the house. The underdog. Hey, my guy. What's going on, everybody? I did see a comment there. Let me see if I can find it before it goes away. I don't know if I can find it. Come on. I can't find it. Krista was talking about, oh, there it is. Krista says Ryan is a hairless cat. I don't know if you guys saw that article that Krista wrote on geeksandgamers.com, but that was something that got a lot of people talking. Krista has an interesting imagination. Man, that was a hilarious article right there. So I hope you guys enjoy that. You're going to get more of that over on the website. We're actually going to be producing a lot more content on the website. And Angry Panda doesn't know what Dr. Pepper is. Hang on. Where did that comment go? I wanted to comment that, or I wanted to highlight it. There it is. Dr. Pepper is, it's featured in the Bible. God himself created Dr. Pepper. And he said that, he was going to give it to all of his children of earth because that's how great it is. It's just a soft drink. It's fantastic. Krista Nova only speaks facts. That is true. Yeah, we're going to talk about Disney, and all of this nonsense going on, this crazy nonsense. It's truly just unreal what we continue to see from all of these corporations. Because super chats are not okay. Jeremy made me do this. Says, hang on. Judicon for $3 super sticker with a fist bump. Thank you, Judicon. Appreciate that. And reality check numero uno. What did Disney do now? # support geeks and gamers. Thank you, reality check. Freddie takes Sarah Gellar stuff, I'll just say, for $1. Michael Krause says, Jeremy made me do this. Absolutely. I have the control. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. Eric Weinberg, Disney still seeking most reprehensible. Yeah, this is like, to me, this thing we're going to read it's honestly kind of hard to believe it's real. It's actually kind of hard to believe that it's real. When I was reading it last night, we talked about it on Friday Night Tights a little bit, and this is like unbelievably next level craziness. And we're going to get a little further into it here in just a minute. Chris Varsilis says, the Ryan as hairless cat is funny because on Chris's Insta, she originally going to make him Orgiganton, but changed her mind as hairless cat. Yeah, Krista's got an incredible imagination. She really does. She's amazing. I love that we have these. inside jokes. And that's one thing that was missing when I wasn't doing a lot of live streaming, is we didn't have a lot of these inside jokes. I feel like the Jera Army, that whole thing that was going on, really kind of lost a lot of momentum when I stopped doing solo live streams. So we're back. We're back because I listened to all of you. And that's why I'm doing more live streaming. We're doing a lot of different things. I know some people are asking me what Geeks and Gamers has going on. We have so many things in the works, and Ryan and I have been working, behind the scenes on a couple of new projects. We're not ready to announce anything officially yet, but I'm looking forward to everything. So I appreciate all of you. Cancel Jeremy, not an inside joke. I love it. I love it so much. Elmo Brown says, good morning, D-Day Cobra. Good morning back at you. I know a lot of people have been like, oh, man, Jeremy, why aren't you uploading to Geeks and Gamers that much? What's going on? Like, we just have a lot. Like, Sports Wars just hit 100,000 subs. I'm focusing on my personal channel a lot. So if you're not subscribed over my personal channel, definitely go and check that out. And I don't even know what a Orangutan is. Orangutan. I don't even know what the hell that is. So that's news to me. I don't even know what that is. You can expel demons with Dr. Pepper. I love how random the chat is. All right, Mikey Gussler, one of the 4 MCU movies releasing this year, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, and Spider-Man No Way Home, which one will make the least money? Eternals, probably. Either Shang or Eternals. Spider-Man is going to make a ton of money. Well, again, it's hard to even judge that. How many theaters are open? How many theaters are going to be open, and how's that whole process going to go? You guys are blowing up the chat. I can barely keep up. Anyway, so Black Widow and Spider-Man No Way Home are going to make money. There's no doubt about that. But at the end of the day, the movie business just seems to be dead. It just seems weird that everything's releasing on streaming services and we can't keep up with what the numbers are. They can cover things up. It's so weird. Woke Widow. Yeah, Woke Widow. Ryan is more of a possum. Drunk 3PO says, I was ordered to watch this stream. Their theaters are already reopening a lot, at least in my area. I hope so. I mean, look, I don't really go to theaters that much anymore just because I hate people, because people are so stupid these days with their, they're always on their phones, they're talking. I always get into some type of confrontation when I go to the movies because I just don't like stupid ass people like that. But the idea of not being able to go to the movies is a depressing idea. It's a very depressing situation. And, like here in Florida, I mean, it's kind of just, everything's kind of business as usual. I hear Texas is the same way, but I also hear horror stories from other places. So I'm not really sure how things are going to ultimately play out. What I do know, and again, I try not to get directly political on this channel, but if it applies to the conversation that we're having, then it applies to the conversation we're having. Ultimately, blue cities, Democratic-ran cities are in the garbage. They're in the trash. And red states seem to be doing pretty good. And that is just that's the facts right now. That's not really me taking I'm not trying to take a biased stance on it. It's just the truth. Blue states are in the shithole and red states are thriving. And there's not a coincidence going on there. There's a reason why red states are thriving and blue states are in the garbage. Not that complicated. But those are topics I'll try to get more into over on D-Day Cobra. Okay, let me catch up on these super chats, and then we're going to read this Disney story because it's pretty insane. It is pretty insane. Trying to find where we left off at. Christopher says, anyway, hey, Jeremy, by the way, great Weebs and Waifus yesterday. I laughed so hard. Wish Krista was on camera for her reactions. Yeah, that was a great episode of Weebs and Waifus for our geeksandgamers.com premium members. We did reacting to weird news from Japan, some idea that Ivan came up with, and it was pretty damn funny, and we had a lot of fun with it. All right, John Thomas, the Chinese director of Eternals has been non-personed by the CCP. Goodbye, China box office. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Not at all. Reality check numero uno. I'm on that. I'm not coming back until you get your shit together stance on the MCU at this point. I'm kind of checked out on the MCU just in general. Again, I've never been the biggest fan of the MCU, although I have greatly appreciated the MCU, greatly appreciated what they've built, what they've done. Regardless if my personal opinion is that some of the movies aren't that great. I have enjoyed a lot of their movies at the same time, but just in general, I felt like there were really bad movies in that entire process. But what they did, what they built was incredible. But I mean, after Endgame, which I enjoyed probably more than a lot of people, the direction they've taken things, and even including Captain Marvel into Endgame was kind of ridiculous. But now with what they're doing, like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you know, this Captain Marvel stuff, what they did with WandaVision. And again, I stopped watching WandaVision when they fired Gina Carano because I stand with Gina Carano. So I didn't finish WandaVision, but it already seemed like it was going in the wrong direction when I stopped watching. So MCU, to me, it just seems like they did what they normally do. They did things the right way. They built things up with the right storytelling. And then once they elevated it to a platform where they wanted it, then suddenly they start going woke and pushing agenda-driven nonsense into it. Why? Because they know that they can't build anything from the ground up with wokeness. They can't do it because people don't want it. So their idea is just to build the stuff up through the right storytelling process, get people excited, get people invested, and then start pushing the agenda into it after they've built it up the right way. And then when people reject it, then they call them racist and sexist and that you're intimidated by women and you're this, that, or the other, because that's how the process in Hollywood works. It's all meant to pull you in, get you emotionally invested, and then start trying to push these subtle messages into it and try to, you know, train you to think like they want. That's essentially what it is. It's ridiculous. Okay. Reed Palancia just finished watching some terrific amateur films and anime. Hollywood is just not getting the job done. Much success to you and your team. Thank you, Reed. Thank you. And that's where I'm at with it. I've been watching a lot of anime. Why have I been watching anime? Because Hollywood is not producing anything worth a damn. I don't care about almost anything. Yes, there's exceptions to the rule. There, Cobra Kai, something like that. Yes, there are a couple of things that are being produced that keep me interested, but the heavy majority of things out of Hollywood, I do not care about. Like, I haven't watched Mortal Kombat yet. I think I might enjoy Mortal Kombat, but I haven't watched it. Now, I've heard it's not woke. That's fine. That's fine. But either way, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched the Godzilla and King Kong movie. It's not because I think it's woke. It's just that Hollywood has just ruined my desire to watch anything at all. I'm so tired of Hollywood. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at with it. You know, anime is on point from what I've seen. I haven't seen a lot, but the little I have seen, I'm very much enjoying. Wally Ray's been a while, so still waiting on a stream video from the Gator Motel. Thanks for all the content. Thank you so much, Gator Motel. One of these days. Let's see. Samoan Fan 101 watching Spaceballs right now. Do you like it? Love it. It's a classic. It's iconic. Brendan Bellman. Have you watched Bad Batch yet? I love it so far. I have not watched The Bad Batch. I don't plan on watching The Bad Batch. The reason, now again, I have to preface everything I say. I am not telling you that you can't watch or support or do anything you want. That is not what I'm about. I don't try to say because I'm doing it, you have to do it. That's not how I like to operate. If you're watching The Bad Batch and you're enjoying it, that is perfectly fine. You have my support. I have no interest in watching anything from Disney and Lucasfilm because of the firing of Gina Carano. And regardless of if I'm a fan of Dave Filoni's work and Jon Favreau's work, I just don't care. I don't care about what they're doing because they had some hand in what's happened to Gina Carano. Unless I'm shown different, I have to believe that they had a hand in what happened to Gina Carano. And it's fucking ridiculous. It's unacceptable. And I cannot, just find enjoyment in their product right now. I just can't do it. I've overlooked a lot of shit with Disney and Lucasfilm. And again, if you're out there and you're, into it, then I'm happy, more power to you. But for me, I just can't. I can't bring myself to watch it. And I say that as someone who's a huge fan of the Clone Wars and very much enjoyed the Bad Batch arc in season 7. BFSD 150. I just heard about the Tokyo Olympics banning BLM, and the far left lunatics are upset and crying about it. They're mad at the Olympics right now. Yes, Ryan Kendall did a fantastic video over on our Sports Wars channel about that topic that did very well. And it's just so funny to watch him melt down, and I'm loving it. So yes, that's a topic we have covered. Super Nate, let's see. Hi, is the owner of the house there? Edward Coleman, absolutely sick of all the racial division. I just pulled my kids out of school because they were being brainwashed about white privilege moving south. That is what we're going to get into right now. So check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out right here. I have a heart, like, as insane as I know Disney is, and again, tell me if my microphone starts crackling every time I share with StreamYards, every fucking time this happens. So, right here. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Can you hear me? Do you hear any crackling? We'll do a sip of Dr. Pepper for the working man before we get started. Testing. Can you hear me okay? You can hear me fine. All right, good deal. All right. All right, we're good to go. Okay, now I don't know. Apparently, a few people were familiar with Christopher. I think is Rufo. But what we're about to read is absolutely insane. Like, this is true insanity right here. True insanity to a level that I'm not sure that I've seen. This is crazy. The Walt Disney Corporation claims that America was founded on systemic racism, encourages employees to complete a white privilege checklist, and separates minorities into racially segregated affinity groups. I've obtained internal documents that will shock you. According to a trove of whistleblower materials, Disney has launched a diversity and inclusion program called Reimagine Tomorrow, which includes training on systemic racism, white privilege, white fragility, white saviors, microaggressions, and anti-racism. And this is some of the images that I guess that he's obtained. This is insanity. Disney claims that America has a long history of systemic racism and transphobia and tells employees they must take ownership of educating yourself about structural anti-Black racism and not rely on your Black colleagues to educate you, which is emotionally taxing. This feels like something from the Babylon Bee. It really does. This feels like something from the Babylon Bee. It's absolutely mind-blowing that the memes continue to become reality. The memes become reality. Oh my goodness. White employees are told to work through feelings of guilt, shame, and defensiveness to understand what is beneath them and what needs to be healed. I love this part right here. They must listen with empathy to Black colleagues and not question or debate Black colleagues' lived experience. What? Must not debate or question. This is fucking insane. Like, fucking insane. Disney tells employees they should reject equality or equal treatment and instead strive for equity or the equality of outcome. They must reflect on America's racist infrastructure and think carefully about whether or not their wealth is derived from racism. What the fuck is going on? Disney sponsored the creation of a 21-day racial equity and social justice challenge and recommended it to employees. The challenge begins with a lesson on systemic racism and tells participants they have all been raised in a society that elevates white culture over others. Again, I'm not making this up. This is not the Babylon Bee, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the Babylon Bee. This is not a meme. Apparently, this is real. The meme has become reality. And how many times have we seen the meme become reality in the last few years? Something starts out as a meme. You have the far left-wing lunatics get really, really triggered over the meme. And then the meme eventually becomes reality. Every time. Every single time. Unbelievable. Next, participants are asked to complete a white privilege checklist. I am white. I am heterosexual. I am a man. I still identify as the gender I was born in. I have never been raped. I don't rely on public transportation, and I have never been called a terrorist. I don't rely on public transportation? What? What is happening? What is happening? Finally, participants are told they must pivot from white dominant culture to something different. The document claims that competition, individualism, timeless, and comprehensiveness are white dominant values that perpetuate white supremacy culture. Individualism? Now individualism perpetuates white supremacy culture. Oh my goodness gracious. Disney recommends that employees read a how-to guide calling 75 things white people can do for racial injustice. The article tells readers to defund the police, participate in reparations, decolonize your bookshelf, and find and join a local white space. How is this real? How is this real? How is this real? How is this real? Finally, Disney has launched racially segregated affinity groups for minority employees with the goal of achieving culturally authentic insights. The Latino group is named Hola, the Asian group is named Compass, and the Black group was named Wakanda. What world do we live in right now? We are living in a meme. We are living in a meme, in a real life meme right now. That they actually named the Black group Wakanda. Again, Wakanda champions both business opportunities for DCPI and professional opportunities for Black talent. Mission: to activate, build, and foster a community within DCPI that substantially attracts, retains, and advances the careers of Black talent, as well as a guide and influence DCPI's business understanding. The Black consumer voice is indispensable to enhance our products and consumer experiences. It's almost hard to believe it's real. It's almost hard to believe it's real. What is happening? And I'll tell you this: I received an email from someone at the Disney company. They gave me their information so I could verify who they were, and they sent me this this image. I don't have the image right now, and I can probably pull it up. And the image actually, it doesn't go half as ridiculous as this, but one of the images is talking about how they have to change the culture with their movies, you know, and yeah, that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is real, apparently. Like, all of this is real. Reimagine tomorrow, where we all belong, as long as you're willing to do exactly what the powers that be tell you to do. Here's more of it. The Walt Disney Company. Recognize your colleagues are also processing in the ways in which the pandemic is disproportionately affecting the Black community. What? If you're feeling shocked, confused, and have recently awakened to the systemic racism, recognize that this is probably not new to your Black African American colleagues. Avoid messages like, I can't believe this is happening. The murders of Breonna Taylor, Sean Reed, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Tony McDade, Nina Pop, Rashard Brooks. They're just going to name every person. What about Tony Timpa? Can we talk about Tony Timpa? Do you want to talk about Tony Timpa, Disney, or does that not fit your narrative? Let's talk about Tony Timpa. Let's talk about the hundreds of white people that have died at the hands of police officers because they were doing something illegal and they were not, complying. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, Disney. Oh, no. We don't want to mention the Tony Timpa video, do we? Look up Tony Timpa, okay? And imagine if Tony Timpa was Black. Imagine how the media would treat this situation. Good Lord. David Dorn. Yeah, they don't want to talk about David Dorn. Because why? Because he doesn't fit the narrative. Because it's not about the color of the skin. It's about the narrative that can be built around the color of the skin. That's how they view all of this stuff. Absolutely ridiculous. Whew. Swig of Dr. Pepper for the working man. I mean, let's just call it like it is. Like, liberalism is a disease. It just is. Yeah, again, that's just, wow. These people are insane. They really are. What's up, Dan? Getting some shit on Twitter already from last night's show. It seems I didn't disassociate myself from you clearly enough. Dan is awesome. If you guys have not seen Dan's YouTube channel, Dan Bask is a truly, talented individual and a great guy. Busted his ass to get to where he's at, and I love this guy's work. I love Dan Bask's work. Friend of the channel for sure. Wow, man. This is crazy. Absolutely insane. But this is where we are. Like, this is where we are now. Unbelievable. And Nick Nero says, the King live stream. Friday Night Tights was fire last night. Thanks for keeping this Amazon delivery driver from going batshit crazy. You guys are all heroes. Well, thank you, Nick, and thank you for the work you do. We always respect the working man here. Again, as a former retail employee myself, we always respect the working man, okay? We always respect the working man out there. Raymond Sosa, here's some support. Thank you, Raymond. Appreciate that. Wild Rose, I don't do empathy. I prefer to shank my enemies. Hell yeah. Drew O'Connor, don't question, don't debate. So become willing bootlickers. Hell stinking no. We need to have more pride than that. Yeah, I mean, again, if you look at that entire thing that I just read, and I will read it again here in a bit, but if you look at that entire thing, like if I was to see that, okay, without understanding the climate we're in, like just a few years ago, okay, just a few years ago, if you would have shown me that article, that entire piece, I would have believed 100% that it was parody, and I would have probably said, dude, there's no way. There's no way it's going to be like that. There's no way. Oh, it is. And it's going to get worse. And it's going to continue to get worse. And it's just one of those things that we have to just realize that is the reality of the world we're in with Hollywood people, far left-wing people. Again, as I said, it's not a coincidence that red states are thriving and blue states are dying. It's not a coincidence that people are moving out of blue states to get into red states. It's just not. That's just a fact. That's how it is. And it's not a coincidence at all. It's a reality. Deranged left-wing lunatics, as Carl's Jr. says. I don't think that's the official Carl's Jr. YouTube channel, but that's a very intelligent Carl's Jr. account right there. Unbelievable. Wow. Mexican Iron Man. Someone shoot me. I think I'm in a vortex. What the hell is this crap? Good heavens, someone take my minority card. I'm embarrassed beyond belief. Good job calling these weirdos out, Jeremy. Keep the fires on. Yeah, and thank you, Mexican Iron Man. Huge supporter of the channel. And again, this is what this comes down to, is that they don't believe, they don't believe that minorities can do it themselves. That's how the Hollywood elites and the far left-wing lunatics believe. I mean, you've seen the comments that Joe Biden makes about black people. We've seen, black people responding, calling out Biden and the Democrats for what they're doing. We've seen this. We've seen it over and over again, how they view non-white dudes. They view non-white dudes as not intelligent and not able to do things for themselves. And they want to continue this division. They want to continue the division over and over again, because that's what they need to succeed. They need the division. They need to make you believe that you need them. You need them. It's just not the case. And the more they see people, the other day I was watching Officer Brandon Tatum had a live stream, and he had a lot of different people on, from the black community that are tired of the bullshit. There were like 6,000-7,000 people watching that live stream. And I'm just like, this is what they hate. They hate when non-white dudes have a voice, because it's easy for them to paint a picture about me or, a white guy who has these opinions. It's easy for them to just dismiss me. But when they have something like that, when they have someone like Brandon Tatum, Officer Tatum, who's awesome, subscribe to his channel and watch him. When they have someone like him and people like Candace Owens and so many other prominent people out there that are calling out the bullshit, that's what they truly fear. They truly fear that. And you have to ask yourself this question as to why do they dismiss people like Officer Tatum? Why do they dismiss people like Candace Owens so quickly? Why? Because they don't want their message to get out there. Because their sheer existence, their sheer reality destroys everything that they are trying to create. And that's why. That's why you don't hear them elevating them. And, it's just ridiculous. Matt G. Cecil is going to create a show called The Bad Batch as well, but his idea of Batch is quite different than the Disney show. Glenzer, until Disney execs and theme park janitors get the same salary, Disney Co. is full of crap. Yeah, well, again, Disney is full of crap. All these companies are full of crap. And again, it's not a matter of do we think that these companies are good? All of this corporate bullshit has always been bad. Again, I worked for corporate America for a long time. And corporate America doesn't give a shit about you. They've never cared about you. They just haven't. And that's something that I learned. That's what motivated me to create my own business, because I worked for corporations for 15 years and I worked my ass off and I busted my ass. I started out at a grocery store as a bag boy when I was 17 years old. And before I turned 19, I was the number 2 manager in the store. So I was the co-manager right below the store manager because I worked 70, 80 hours a week. I busted my ass because I wanted it. I was like, I want to prove myself. I want to be here. I learned everything in the store. I was a jack of all trades. I knew everything. And so, of course, that elevated me. But the more I elevated, the more I saw that I was nothing. Like, I was nothing in the eyes of the corporate people in the offices. All of these fucking losers who go to fucking college, who've never worked a day in their life in the actual stores that they're supposed to be over. And they're making all these stupid decisions that I can't overstep. You want to sit here and lay out all these rules from your corporate office. And then when your decisions backfire, who gets the brunt of it? We do. The people at the lower level. This is always how corporations have been. They don't give a fuck. Okay? They don't give a fuck about anybody that works for them. They just don't. So that whole situation, I started to realize, I'm like, I am only as powerful as the people that are above me will allow me to be. But ultimately, when they make bad decisions, people like me, actually not even people like me, at first it's the people that are there on the low level, the cashiers, the baggers, the stalkers. Those people are the ones that really get the bad end of the stick when the corporate fucks make these decisions. These corporate losers make decisions, and these decisions sometimes work, but a lot of times they don't work. And then when the revenue is impacted by these people in these offices that have never worked at the store level, when that happens, who gets their hours cut? The people, the bag boy, the cashier, the stalker. And eventually it makes what? Then after that happens, then my job gets more difficult. Then I can't do my job. And then suddenly they're going to start coming for me and holding me accountable. And it's all because of their bad decisions. So the overall point I'm trying to make is that corporations never cared about people. Never. Okay. Not one fucking time has a corporation ever given a fuck about their employees. They just don't. We are just numbers to them. So when I realized that, then it started to become into a thing where, okay, I get it now. I get it. You don't care about me, and it doesn't matter how hard I work. Okay? So I could just work my ass off, but ultimately there's a ceiling. There's always a ceiling for me. Because so now I recognize that, and I go, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use this company for as long as I can and then continue to build my own thing. And so ultimately that's how I got to where I'm at now, because working for shitty companies with these, losers in corporate offices that don't know anything. And I'm happy that it all worked out that way. But I recognize that after putting a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort into these jobs, and Disney's no different. The difference is now we have companies like Disney and, DC and on all these companies, they're preaching, and they're acting like they're the moral superiority. And they're acting like they know better than us. We know better than you about your life. We know better than you about the entertainment we're providing, and your opinions have to reflect positively on our product. And if your opinions don't reflect positively on our product, then we're going to call you a racist and a sexist. And we're going to use non-white people as bargaining chips against you, as chess pieces against you. That's what this comes down to. It's true. Swig of Dr. Pepper for the working man. It's just disgusting, man. It's just disgusting. Let's see. God damn it. Jumped on me again. David Lopez, I'm happy that you're getting into anime. Have you seen any movies by Miyazaki, Spirited Away, Princess? I have. And if you have, do you think his next and final movie will put Hollywood to shame? I haven't seen anything from Miyazaki yet. I've heard a lot about Miyazaki. But I definitely want it. Like Spirited Away is something I heard a lot of. So I've at this point in time, I've watched Attack on Titan. I've watched A Promised Neverland season 1, which was fantastic. I've watched, I'm like 8 episodes into Demon Slayer. I've seen the first half of Akira, but I got distracted, so I need to go back to Akira, but I was very much enjoying Akira. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff, that's out there, and there's a lot of stuff I need to watch. Where we at? Crypt Keeper, if this isn't happening at your work, you're not pushing back or saying anything, you might as well be the problem. It's tough. It is tough. It's tough to push back when you're in that environment, though. It really is, like, again, for instance, it's all about access with a lot of people. So like, okay, your job. Okay. That's one thing I'm talking about, like with the world we're in. Okay. So again, the reason you have the access media out there, the reason you have the shills out there is because they want that exclusive access. They want it. They need it. Okay. Classic case is how Warner Brothers didn't want anything to do with us. Because why? Because we're not going to just tell you what you want to hear. We're not going to just give you your opinion. Just not going to do it. We're going to be honest. We're going to call the bullshit out. And of course, that makes us bad in Warner Brothers' eyes. Okay. Same with the theme park side of things. We're covering theme parks at Geeks and Gamers over on Park Hopping. And we're not going to be like the majority of the theme park channels out there. We're not there to just say, oh, this is great and wonderful. We're there to be honest. We're there to call things out. And yeah, we do kind of keep it a little, it's a little different than what it is on certain aspects of Geeks and Gamers. And that's fine. That's what it's meant to be. Like it's a different thing over there that we have at Park Hopping, but we're going to call it out. And we don't have access like a lot of the theme park channels because of that. And we're probably never going to get that access. We're never going to be able to get that stuff. If we ever get it, it's because we have built a following so big that they can't ignore us. But we're just going to continue to be who we want to be. And we're going to continue to hold, like, that's the problem, is that the media is so compromised. And I keep hearing people say, well, you guys shouldn't be doing this. Then we don't have a voice. We got to have a voice. We got to have a voice. And we will continue to have a voice. We just will. But when you actually are working at a job, that's a whole different scenario of like, it's tough to if you have a family to feed, and they hold that against you. That's the thing they do. Places like Disney will hold your family against you in order to make you say what they want you to say. That's how fucked up they are. Unbelievable. Jeff Robinson, given the relationship with the CCP, they're either hypocrites or it's all for show. Absolutely. It's all bullshit. Celebrity Jeremy, $50. It has nothing to do with racism. It is by design, and it is meant to erase the value of the individual life. They're removing the idea of property rights, mobility, and the concept of freedom. It is being done by the elites who really know how to hate. 100% spot on by Celebrity Jeremy. I wish I could highlight that comment. It's probably too late now. It is too late. It's already gotten away from me. Sorry, man, but that's a good one right there. That's a damn good comment and very much on point. It is. It's meant to. They're trying to take. Again, it says it right there in it. It says individuality is a bad thing. They think individuality is a bad thing. Imagine that. They are trying to create a world where individuals don't actually have their own opinions. So of course they hate me. Of course they hate you, because we are not just going to sit there and repeat their bullshit. Of course they hate us. Again, I take pride. In knowing that Warner Brothers hates me. I take pride in knowing that Lucasfilm hates me. Do you think that hurts my feelings? Holy shit. I love that Lucasfilm hates me. The day that Lucasfilm loves me, we have to think about some serious things going on. Because number one, if Lucasfilm ever loves me, either something's wrong with me or Lucasfilm has completely changed. We're talking about a major shift in what's going on. So again, you remember that if Lucasfilm ever embraces Geeks and Gamers, there's a serious problem somewhere. I mean, Lucasfilm would have to fundamentally change across the board for that to happen. Unreal. Thank you, Celebrity Jeremy. That's awesome. Vidya James, respect to the working man. Absolutely respect to the retail working man or the working man in general. Again, man, nothing like a working man. Nothing like the working man. People that are out there working their day jobs, dealing with corporate America, all that bullshit. Like, you're the real heroes. And I got nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. Like the other day, where was I at? I was at a local grocery store, and I picked up a bag of Doritos, and I was going to pay for it, but then I had to go to another store. I'm like, well, I'll just get the Doritos at the other store. And so what did I do? I was all the way up to the register. I turned all the way back around. I walk all the way back to the chip section in the back of the store, and I put the Doritos right back where I found them. Why? Because I respect the retail working man. That's why. Lancer737, let's see, you are in charge of the Navy G.I. Joe task force. Your target is a couple of Cobra hammerheads, but they are backed by Seacon's aquatic Decepticons. What did you do? Holy shit. Okay. You are in charge of a Navy G.I. Joe task force. Your target is a couple of Cobra hammerheads. They are backed by Seacon's aquatic Decepticons. What do you do? That is a loaded question. Holy shit. I don't even know how to start answering that. I would have to break that down. I think you were the one that asked me last week about the Navy Joes and the Army. Is that what it was? Was it Navy and the Army? I would have to look. I've got to, like, do I have it here? I've got a G.I. Joe. I've got a G.I. Joe book somewhere that's got listed every G.I. Joe figure ever made, and it breaks it all down, but I don't have it on me right now. So that's a great question. Ultimately, I know it's in charge of the Navy, but my answer for almost anything to protect me with G.I. Joe is to call Snake Eyes and get him involved. That's the first line of business. Get Snake Eyes and get him involved. And even though Snake Eyes is not my favorite G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes is just the badass. Like, he's the most badass Joe of all. But for Joe fans out there, Real American Hero is my G.I. Joe. Although, look, here's a problem, okay? I like G.I. Joe the movie, and a lot of Joe fans hate G.I. Joe the movie. A lot of Joe fans hate that movie, rightfully so, okay? Rightfully so. But it has a huge nostalgia for me. And I know it has a lot of continuity problems and things like that, and I totally understand it. Cobra la 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 la. I know that's a big problem for a lot of people. But if you really want a really solid G.I. Joe movie, G.I. Joe Resolute. Watch G.I. Joe Resolute. On point as hell. On point as hell. Vasidius, has there been any news on the Disney whistleblower about them cooking the books? Not at this point in time. Not at this point in time. I haven't heard anything. Chris Coran says, did you see my P.O. Box question? Got an autographed Snake Eyes for you. DM me. Really? What? Hell yeah, I'll check that out. I actually have some new P.O. Box stuff here that I've got to look into. Lethal Lightning, I am creating a pool to get Lyndon an abusive hooker for an hour. Will you contribute? I need Lyndon focused on work, Lethal. If that's going to help him work better, then yes, I will contribute. Don't watch. Yeah, don't watch that. Don't watch that, Keely. Don't watch that. Don't watch G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. Please don't. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. It's so bad. I do like the Snake Eyes Storm Shadow stuff. That's the only thing that works in that movie. It's the only thing that works. Resolute is a great G.I. Joe movie. It absolutely is. What up, Germ? Haven't caught a live stream in forever. Take a swig of water for the working man. I do have water here too. So I'm out of Dr. Pepper. So thank you. Thank you. Nice to have you here. Where are we at? Let's see. Lethal says, Lyndon works better after being treated poorly by a woman that made bad life decisions. Okay, if that's the case, then I'll definitely contribute. Raging Rhino, Lethal is jealous we aren't getting him one. Yeah, I heard that. Yes. Hang on. Yes, unfortunately. Yes. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was Cobra Commander in G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. Fuck that movie. God. Fuck that movie. It's so fucking bad. But again, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, 100% on point. 100% on point in that. Subhuman wants to play Chrono Cross. Is a great game. Absolutely great game. If you've never played Chrono Cross, just go to YouTube. You're on YouTube, but YouTube the opening for Chrono Cross. It's fucking legendary. It's so good. You got me a Ray Park autograph? What? Hell yeah, man. Why are we not utilizing Ray Park as Snake Eyes more? He was perfect. He was perfect. The fact that Ray Park is not Snake Eyes, because I know there's this new guy, Henry something. Benny, I'm coming for you and Ripa and Mario Kart tomorrow. Be ready. Bring it. Benny's pretty good at Mario Kart. Benny's pretty good. See what I got to deal with. I will say that Chrono Trigger is better than Chrono Cross. I'm not going to argue that point. Chrono Trigger is better than Chrono Cross, but I love Chrono Cross. Yes. I listened to the Chrono Cross original soundtrack almost weekly for years. Yeah, it's fantastic. Dan, are you familiar with the hell's his name now? I'm drawing a blank. Smooth McGroove. Are you familiar with Smooth McGroove? Dan, watch him. If you haven't seen Smooth McGroove, check out Smooth McGroove. And smash the melee button, everybody. We're almost up to 1,000 likes. I'm going to go over this Disney thing one more time here in just a few minutes. And we're going to talk about it again because it is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if Dan... Oh, yeah, he knows Smooth McGroove. Yeah, Smooth McGroove is awesome. Smooth McGroove is awesome. Dude is so cool. Okay, so again, if you're just joining us, we are talking about this insane Disney racial employee training program. It is crazy. Like, it's next level crazy. It truly does look like a Babylon Bee article. It does look like something that the Babylon Bee released. It does look like a meme. It's a meme that has kind of come to life, essentially. And I know we've got, people that are rolling in, so I'll give everybody time to hop back in here again. We've got, let's see, Petrus for $3 over on Streamlabs. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support. All right. So yes or no? Do you guys want me to do an update on the Disney story now, or do you want me to wait? Yes or no in the chat. Let me know if you want to update on the Disney story, this insane training program called Reimagine tomorrow. It's like next level. It's truly a meme, like I said. All right, everybody's saying yes. Everybody's saying yes. All right, so let's do it. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Here's the update. Let me open this up right here. Okay, there we go. Okay, get ready, guys, because this is bad. This is really, really bad, okay? We're going to go through this entire thing. So, this was released yesterday at 7:38 p.m. I'm not familiar with this guy, Christopher F. Rofo, but this is crazy. What you're about to hear is not a meme. What you're about to hear is not from the Babylon Bee. This is not from Clickhole. This is not a troll. This is apparently legit. And it's insane. Scoop. The Walt Disney Corporation claims that America was founded on systemic racism, encourages employees to complete a white privilege checklist, and separates minorities into racially segregated affinity groups. I've obtained internal documents that will shock you. According to a trove of whistleblower materials, Disney has launched a diversity and inclusion program called Reimagine Tomorrow, which includes training on systemic racism, white privilege, white fragility, white saviors, microaggressions, and anti-racism. and here's some of the images right here. What can I do about racism? An anti-racism discussion guide. Unbelievable. Disney claims that America has a long history of systemic racism and transphobia, and tells employees they must take ownership of educating yourself about structural anti-Black racism and not rely on your Black colleagues to educate you, which is emotionally taxing. It's emotionally taxing, everyone. Look at this right here. And they bring up murders of all of these, these Black people that have died at the hands of police. They don't bring Tony Timpa into it. They don't bring the long list, a mile long of white people. They don't bring David Dorn into it. The Black police officer that was killed in the BLM riot. They don't bring any of that into it. Why? Because race is only important when you can build a narrative around it. Unbelievable. Deepening your insight and knowledge is a critical first step to understanding the magnitude and complexity of the current state and building empathy to authentically connect with your Black colleagues. Take ownership of educating yourself about structural anti-Black racism in the current and historical context. Opt for sources from Black authors, journalists, and organizations. Do not rely on your Black colleagues to educate you. This is emotionally taxing. Unbelievable. White employees are told to work through feelings of guilt, shame, and defensiveness to understand what is beneath them and what needs to be healed. They must listen with empathy. Do not question or debate Black colleagues' lived experience. Do not question, ladies and gentlemen. Do not question. Disney tells employees they should reject equality or equal treatment and instead strive for equity or the equality of outcome. They must reflect on America's racist infrastructure and think carefully about whether or not their wealth is derived from racism. I love the meme that they use. It's a meme. It's a meme. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Disney sponsored the creation of a 21-day racial equity and social justice challenge and recommended it to employees. The challenge begins with a lesson on systemic racism and tells participants they have all been raised in a society that elevates white culture over others. It's not a meme. It's real. The meme has become reality. Next, participants are asked to complete a white privilege checklist. I am white. I am heterosexual. I am a man. I still identify as the gender I was born in. I have never been raped. I don't rely on public transportation, and I have never been called a terrorist. Finally, participants are told they must pivot from white dominant culture to something different. The document claims that competition, individualism, timelessness, and comprehensiveness are white dominant values that perpetuate white supremacy culture. We are in a world where individualism is now perpetuating white supremacy culture. Disney recommends that employees read a how-to guide called 75 Things White People Can Do for Racial Justice. The article tells readers to defund police. They want to defund police, ladies and gentlemen. Participate in reparations, decolonize your bookshelf, and find join a local white space. Finally, Disney has launched racially segregated affinity groups for minority employees with the goal of achieving culturally authentic insights. The Latino group was named Hola. The Asian group was named Compass, and the Black group named Wakanda. Not a meme. Again, this is not meme review, okay? This is not meme review. This is real. I know I have to keep qualifying that, but that's just where it is. And he has the full story right there. Absolutely insane. Insane. But is anybody surprised? Is anybody that's paying attention surprised? Is anybody? Again, we've been talking about this for years. I wasn't just saying it because I didn't like The Last Jedi. I was saying it because I was noticing what was going on. I was seeing the pieces falling apart around me. I noticed it earlier than that, but I wasn't willing to really call it out. I wasn't red-pilled enough from the movie standpoint to really realize what was going on. I noticed a lot of the identity politics before The Last Jedi came out. I noticed all of it. I saw it with the Ghostbusters 2016. I saw it with, a lot of different movies and properties and how they were defending it. But it wasn't until The Last Jedi came out, and then the reaction, and then Disney's reaction to the fan reaction, and then it just kind of opened the floodgates for me. And at that point, it became clear. It became clear how Disney and Lucasfilm, who previously had a relationship with me until I started to criticize their movies, and then they suddenly wanted nothing to do with me. Went on a personal tour of Lucasfilm before The Last Jedi came out. And then suddenly, when I started criticizing them, completely unfriended me on Facebook, unfollowed me on Twitter, and has never spoken with me since. Why? Because I dared to criticize the mouse. I will continue to criticize the mouse if I feel like it, because that's what I need, because I see it and I'm not going to back down from it. But this just confirms everything we've been saying for all of these years. We've been saying this. This isn't something we were just making up. And now you're seeing all of these programs that are built to brainwash, that are meant to sit there and condition people to believe a certain thing. Even if they don't believe it at first, it's meant to condition them. And of course, you're shamed if you go against it. You're called all of these names if you go against it. And you have these lazy SJWs on Twitter. And just to be clear, the majority of people that try to help push this stuff are lazy fucks that don't want to ever do anything in life. They just want to sit around on Twitter and complain and be professional victims. And they want corporations and they want the government to do everything for them because they're lazy as hell. They don't have any initiative. They don't have any initiative to get up and do something themselves. They just want to complain all day long. They don't want to create anything. They don't have any ambition in life. They just want to be handed things. That's all they want. And trust me, there's a big market out there for that type of mindset, to just be a lazy fuck and not do anything. There's a big market out there for it. A big market. And it's true. It's true. That's what this is driven by. Lazy people that don't want to do anything. They just want to play the victim. They just want to play the victim and they want to be told what to think. Essentially, we're looking at WALL-E. The movie WALL-E? You know what happens in that movie where everybody's just fat and they're in the little chairs and they're just riding around watching the same exact thing, being fed the same messaging? And when they need something, what do? They get in, they order it, just like Amazon. That's what's going on. It's insane. It's insane. Unreal. These people are deranged. Swig of water for the working man. Force Ghost Jeremy is in the house. What's up, Force Ghost Jeremy? Appreciate you being here. If I switch over to that. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy where we are, man. It's crazy where we are. Okay. Bretto Jacko, stop supporting Star Wars or expecting change. Well, like I said, again, I'm not going to let them weaponize individuality for me, because I've long said I'm an individualist. I've long said that I support people like, I don't do mob mentality stuff. So again, if people want to watch, like, I'm not watching the Bad Batch. I'm not watching anything that Disney Plus is producing after the firing of Gina Carano. It's a slippery slope, because then you go, well, when you tell people they can or can't do something, you're essentially acting like, the far left wing lunatics out there. I believe that people will, if enough people come together with their individual opinions, kind of like with the sequel trilogy. I mean, look what happened with the sequel trilogy. $2 billion Force Awakens, and then you get all the way to The Rise of Skywalker, barely breaks $1 billion. You lost 50% of your audience. Because of why? Because of the job you did. The job you did led you to that place. So again, I'm not watching The Bad Batch. I'm not talking about The Bad Batch. I'm not doing videos on it. I don't care. The only thing I will do is I might do a video on The Bad Batch on this whole whitewashing controversy that's going on with the far left wing lunatics, because it's really fun to roast those people. But I'm not watching it. But I know a lot of people are, and that's their right if they want to. I'm not doing it. Super Nate, anyone else here excited to get Cobra Kai season 4 at the end of the year? I'm super stoked. You and the Friday Night Tight boys got me into it, and I've rewatched it multiple times. Cobra Kai never dies. Absolutely. I mean, everything is prefaced by worrying about, what are they going to do with it moving forward? Am I worried about Cobra Kai going woke? I absolutely am. Not because of anything I've seen. Because, again, I love Cobra Kai. I love all 3 seasons. First one is still my favorite. I probably like 3 a little bit more than 2. But it's you just have the climate we're in and how Hollywood is. I absolutely worry Cobra Kai can go woke. I absolutely worry about it. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm very much looking forward to it, but it's a scary situation with every property to kind of get fully invested in anything. But Cobra Kai hopefully never dies. Fucking love Cobra Kai. The Whitfield Report is a new member. Thank you for becoming a new member. Appreciate that. Mika Eno, I wonder if Walt Disney's corpse is spinning in its crypto vault or cryo vault. Yeah, I heard that. Jared Weaver, opening for G.I. Joe the movie. G.I. Joe the movie is fire. Yes, it is. Let's see. To beat Cobra's Navy wetsuit and torpedo and the shark, Ace and the Sky Striker from the Flag and Cutter's whale. God, I always wanted wetsuit. I don't have wetsuit. I'm looking right now. Yeah, I have the Cobra Eel. Yeah, but I want wetsuit. I want a wetsuit figure so bad. One of my all-time favorites. And him and Firefly. I've never had Firefly either. But that's a damn good answer, Jared. Jared's a huge Joe fan. So that's good stuff. Samurai Vader with the Jeremy Giraffe image. I'm a heterosexual giraffe man, and that's good. David Moe, not surprised at all. Thanks to you, we all saw this coming. Well, appreciate that. Let's see. What? You can see what? What am I sharing? I don't even know what I'm sharing. So, not surprised at all. Thanks for all. Yeah, okay, I got that. The Whitfield Report. Would you mind if I share a story on my podcast today? I'll give you credit. Oh, yeah. Would you mind if I share the story on my podcast today? I'll give you credit. Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't have to give me credit. You're welcome to if you want. I mean, I didn't. Tom's the reason I knew about it. So, but yeah, absolutely. And everybody should share the story. Everybody should talk about it. 100%. 100%. Barb Rogers, Little Miss Sunburn, the hammer and sickle represent labor. Yet the same commie losers fail to realize that, and they lazy and want free stuff. Yeah, it is it. That's the thing, is they love lazy people because it's just like they're not gonna challenge this. They don't want to work for anything. They want to be handed everything in life. They want the big government to sit there and take care of them. And then they're taking up for corporate America, for big business, for private companies. It's insane. And again, I know that those people exist. Spoiler alert. lazy people have always existed. Lazy people are always going to look for handouts. Lazy people are always going to side with, the big corporation or the government side because they want to be handed everything. And right now, social media has essentially given all of those lazy people a voice, because before they didn't have an opportunity because they wouldn't get up and do anything. Now they can sit there on their phone all day long and be activists on Twitter. That's really where the change has happened. And for some reason, they just continue to listen to these people. They want to pander to these people, which of course we know why, because they love to keep that division going. Jared Weaver, also Ray Park should always be Snake Eyes and Gina Carano should be Lady J. Holy shit. Gina Carano as Lady J might be the most perfect casting ever. That might be the most perfect casting ever. Gina Carano as Lady J. That is so on point. That is so on point. Look at this right here. Tell me, I'm going to my I'm going for my old school Lady J action figure. But tell me that Gina Carano shouldn't be Lady J after seeing this. Boom. Look at that. You telling me Gina Carano shouldn't be Lady J? Come on. That would be amazing. That's like the most perfect casting ever right there. Gina Carano as Lady J. Hell yes. That is perfect. That is perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome right there. Okay. Where are we at here? Where are we at? All right, we're all caught up there. Heck yeah. It's perfect. It's perfect. Douglas Hawk says, check out the new Discourses podcast to better understand why they are destroying fandoms like games, comics, sports, Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel, and Doctor Who. There you go, right there. The new Discourses podcast. So check that out. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, I mean, I would absolutely. Gina Carano as Lady J. On point. On point. Okay, so you guys are still here, which I greatly appreciate that. I do want to tell you a little bit about geeksandgamers.com, our website. If you have not signed up for free, please go and sign up to geeksandgamers.com for free. That's our, you can jump in the forums. The forums are extremely busy. There was a G.I. Joe thread. People were posting G.I. Joe figures. I need to post some of mine in the forums. I probably will go do that. There was another story where one of the Jeremy accounts was on there and someone thought it was me and they start private messaging. I think it was Megazord Jeremy. They were private messaging that Jeremy account thinking it was me talking to him, which is pretty damn funny. But and then of course for $10 a month you can become a premium member. It gets you exclusive access to a lot of our content. We it's been kind of crazy lately. And I'll show you guys why. Share tab right there. Okay, so first of all, yeah, here's the website. We're actually redoing a lot of stuff on the website. So let me see. There's some of our forum topics right there. But if you go to the premium feed, it kind of lists all of our stuff. So there's the most recent Weebs and Waifus episode. There's the Geeks and Gamers Girls, our Call of Duty stream, Weebs and Waifus, another Call of Duty stream, Mario Kart stream, and the list just goes on. And we have 15 pages of all of our previous premium streams. Everything we've done on premium is there on the premium feed now. You can access that if you're a premium member. And then obviously you go over to the forums and there's just there's so many topics. Like the anime topics, the anime forum is super busy. Movies is a really busy one. Gaming general discussion, tons of topics. the general discussion's got over 6,000 posts. So, and then Memes or Life has almost 7,000. So there's a lot of good stuff over on geeksandgamers.com. We're going to be revamping a lot of this. So again, the place to support us is there, and then obviously on Locals. So yeah, we do appreciate all of you and everything. All of the support you give us on the website is, you have no idea how much it means. And it's helping us continue to build the website and build everything Geeks and Gamers up. Now, let me see, 7,000 Apollo memes. Let's see. LeBron Goat says my website is trash. Okay. Well, your hairline is trash, LeBron Goat. As a matter of fact, since LeBron Goat wants to talk shit, let's see what we can. Hang on a minute, LeBron Goat. Hang on. Hey, LeBron, I got something for you, LeBron. Hey, LeBron, I got something for you, LeBron. Okay, hold on. Since LeBron Goat wants to come in here and talk shit. Hey, LeBron, I got something for you. How you feel about this, LeBron? Hey, LeBron, you still talking shit? How you feeling now, LeBron? What's up? What you think about that, LeBron? Oh, you just got owned, LeBron. You just got destroyed, okay? Don't come up in here and think you can do anything to me. LeBron, go fuck yourself, okay? Go fuck yourself. All of you LeBron fans can go fuck yourself, okay? You can't come and say shit to me if you're a LeBron fan. You can't say shit because I will destroy you. LeBron, get the fuck out. You're overhyped. You're overrated. You're garbage. You've ruined the NBA. You will never be Jordan. You will never be close to Jordan. You're a piece of trash. And you're being called out by true heroes called law enforcement officers. So fuck you. Fuck you and fuck LeBron. There we go right there. Oh, man, I love that image. That shit's great. That shit's a great... But apparently LeBron James does not... Apparently LeBron James does not want you to go to geeksandgamers.com. So make sure you do. Oh, man. That was good. That was good right there. You're new here. If you're new here, man, get ready. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, yeah. You guys are awesome though. Let me see if I need to catch up anymore. Let me see. Basidia says, look at all these companies who are paying for advice. It's McKinsey and Company. Seriously, check them out in connection to Disney. All right, I will check that out. McKinsey and Company. All right, I'll check that out. They're paying for advice. All right, and thank you for the super chat. Let me see. There we go. There we go. Thank you. But no, I know our site needs work, and I think we'll get there. I mean, the more support that we get, D-Dead Cobra, if one wanted to write articles for your anime page, what do they do? So that's an interesting question. I'm glad you asked that question. I have been kind of reluctant for opening up the website to everyone, like in terms of like the writing side. So I've actually thought about doing an open call for writers for the website and trying to get some more contributors on there. So what I'll say is next week, next Saturday, when I go live, I might have a situation where I have an open application for people to apply to contribute to the website. I'll keep you guys posted on that because I am looking to really bump production up on the website for all of our articles. I just want us to push out a lot of articles. on the website, cover a lot of trending stories, whether that be anime, whether that be social, whether that be movies, calling out Hollywood, covering sports, video games, all of it. So if you guys are interested, I will be probably putting that out next Saturday. I'll have an entire, everything laid out. So I'll let you guys know what that process is. So yeah, the future of Geeks and Gamers is bright, and I'm very excited for everything. Sonny Crockett says Tubbs is better than LeBron. Hail Geeks and Gamers. Hell yes. And Blue Eyed Scorpio says, I accept your job offer. Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Max Santiago says, let me know about writing for you. Yeah, we'll do. So next Saturday, just tune in to next Saturday, and I'll have more details for all of you. Again, strictly a volunteer position, so don't expect it to be a paid gig or anything like that. It's just, if you want to contribute and help continue to build what we have, that's what I'm looking to do. And I think we got a bright future ahead of us. We brought in a couple of new people, and it's going to be a good thing. Is Park Hoppin' live yet? Is Park Hoppin' live? Let me know. Is Park Hoppin' live? Let's see. Ruthie in the chat. Thank you, Ruthie. Ruthie's awesome. Is Park Hoppin' live? Let me know. It's not. I thought Park Hop. What time is Park Hoppin' going live? I wonder. In 30 minutes. Okay. In 30 minutes. Okay. In 30 minutes, they're going live. Half an hour till Park Hoppin' goes live. Okay. Half an hour. All right. Nigerian Prince Jeremy. I love Nigerian Prince Jeremy. One of my favorite ones. Okay, guys. So I gotta call it there. I gotta go get something to eat. So I might go live again later tonight. No pay. I decline your job offer, says Blue Eyed Scorpio. But yeah, check out Park Hoppin' in about 30 minutes. And then, like I said, tomorrow we're on Sports Wars Live. And then we are going to be Mario Kart live tomorrow night over on Twitch. And then Monday, we're doing our premium geeksandgamers.com stream with the premium members of geeksandgamers.com. Join us over on Locals. Make sure you go and support us over there. Join our community on Locals. A lot of exciting stuff in the future of Geeks and Gamers. I'll have more details for you next Saturday when I go live. I appreciate all of you. Let me see. Hey, there we go. Hang on. That was a nice comp. That was a nice one. Hang on. I can find it. There we go. There we go. With a quick look, I could tell your website is not trash. Thank you. Thank you. Look, I know like our website is not like the greatest thing ever, but I'm proud of our website, and I'm looking for, and we're making some changes today, as a matter of fact. Like, we're going to be up, we're going to be changing a few things, some of the tabs up top, working on that. So, yeah, I'm really happy about what we have, and I'm excited for the future for sure. Thank you, Amber. Appreciate that. Okay, guys. Let me see. Let's see. DJ Cover. It's funny how in the late 90s and early 2000s, most online communication was on separate websites with forums like Geeks and Gamers. Then came social media. Now we're back to private websites. That's true. I mean, that's kind of what we're trying to create, because social media is trash. Like, social media is garbage. It really is. And so I heard from my team when I wanted to create those forums, they were like, forums is kind of a thing of the past. I'm like, I don't think so. I think forums is going to be more relevant than ever. And yeah, we want to get the app done and all of that. We're having a lot of development issues with that. My vision, the developers' visions, they're kind of not working together right now, but we're going to continue to work on that. But yeah, either way, thank you guys for the support. Greatly appreciate it so much. And I'll see you guys over on Park Hoppin'. I won't be there probably, but the team will be there, obviously. And I might go live a little bit later again tonight. We'll see. Who knows? Also, again, I'm doing a lot of uploads over on my D-Day Cobra channel. So if you have not subscribed to D-Day Cobra, that's my personal channel. Doing a lot over there. We got a lot of crazy things in the works. So you guys have a great day. I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go eat pizza like a grown-ass man. And other than that, we will talk to all of you later. Thank you so much.